for some reason, I always look in the mirror. And before surgery, I was looking at myself and I was like, man, that's really bad. There's nothing great about how I look. But then after that surgery, I was just like, whoa, that's unbelievable. And even I was staring at the mirror and I was like, is that really me? So this is the kitchen. Big soul. This is my room. This is most of my collection. Fossil hunting. Got a closet as well that has the same thing. This came from what called the Thomas Range. I don't know if you've been to the West Desert, but it's kind of cool. The bison tooth. So this is a horse jaw. By the way, horses used to be really small. Very prehistoric days, like the very first ones, like Ice Age. They're like really small. I hated gym class because I knew that I was the kid that couldn't do squat. Like I couldn't do any of the push-ups or the sit-ups or the exercises that they normally tell us to do. And weightlifting was evil. Really, what happened is that I had back surgery right after high school. Because I also had a disease called kyphosis. It's pretty much a disease that affects your whole spine. And instead of bending, scoliosis bends to the side, right? And then there's kyphosis, which bends forward. So it was a little bit more rare, and most people didn't notice it at first. But I had what was different is I just went from being really short to just being really tall. And that's where I lost most of my weight. Also, it kind of did lead to a lot of depressions, mainly because I was trying to handle the pain and also trying to, do something throughout the day. It's not easy, when you're in back, your back is in pain and you can't move around, you can't do much. And that really did have a number on me. I started getting hooked into video games a lot. Video games is not really a healthy life. Especially with the fact that I had back surgery and I was supposed to recover from the pain and I wasn't. And that's exactly what led to that suicide attempt, which in some cases it wasn't really such a big deal. I mean, thank goodness I snapped out of it. Depressions really, they kind of cloud your judgment, and if you're not careful, they can kill you, literally. And so I spent a whole week in the hospital. It wasn't that bad either. I mean, I just drank a little bit of coolant, but you can recover from that. I did. So it's not really that bad. It could have been a lot worse. I could have just gone back to bed and never wake up the next day. I mean, death is not something to laugh about, especially when it almost happens to you. So I can understand if some people have gone through some traumatic experiences, but maybe losing loved ones, maybe losing yourself, or I don't know. But I try to understand others and everything, but it's not easy because sometimes my disability doesn't really allow it. I'm always concerned about my disabilities getting in the way of things. Like even now, I'm still kind of having a hard time trying to get a straight answer. Sometimes I kind of wishy-wash because I don't know exactly how to openly express what's in my mind. That's probably the hardest part for me. It's just trying to express my emotions and my feelings and my thoughts and my actions. It doesn't really manifest the way other people want me to or need to. So sometimes I just gonna have to take it one day at a time and learn how to do things. even despite the fact that I do have disabilities. I mean, I gotta have a job. Um, you know, even if I did apply for disability benefits, um, I'd still need a job. The problem is that no matter how many disabilities you have, the disability's still there. You're just gonna have to like learn how to live with it rather against it. Um, and that's kind of what's happened with me. I mean, I've taken medications before and I take supplements, but still, my body has to still try to fight it off. And the mental disabilities really just don't go away on their own. Knowing that when you go through a lot of depressions and a lot of disabilities and a lot of pains, sorrows, emotional roller coasters, you name it, you begin to realize that there's a lot of things that are important and a lot of things that are not important. I hadn't really thought through everything, but I mean, I have plans for the future. I just haven't really done them. I think the one thing I'm more concerned about is being happy. If I'm not being happy, then there really is no point in my life. I would say keep hanging on. Just make sure that it doesn't kill you. I mean, if it injures you in the process, I mean, that's something you can recover from. You can't recover from death. Suicide's not the answer. I know that for sure.